Given these developments over Qatar, over North Korea, is there a sense that, this is really going to dominate the agenda?
Well, the G20 will always take the opportunity to address very serious issues like this, and issues around international security, terrorism, these sorts of things, and the cooperation that needs to take place between countries on those issues, as well as deal with these major international threats that have emerged in recent days. It's a good opportunity for world leaders, I think, to get around the table and talk through these issues. But at the same time, the real structure and focus of the G20 has always been about how do we drive the economy forward, how do we generate the growth, how do we drive the investment. And for treasurers and finance ministers, it's always been a key tool to ensure that the tax base of the world is keeping up to date with new technologies, the way markets work, and it's been a very effective forum, I think, from that perspective. When you link that back into, say, terrorism issues, though, I mean, how the banking system works, tracking, following the money, these sorts of things. There's been a lot of cooperation and new programs which have been advanced through the G20 on that as well. So it'll be a very busy weekend for Prime Minister Turnbull, who heads out tonight. He'll be sad to leave what is a beautiful day here in Sydney, but nevertheless, a lot to do.
Yeah, quite a send-off. I mean, other than sort of, I guess, geopolitics being a bit of a distraction from these issues of trade, of trade cooperation, do you feel like the global trade environment has improved? Because I think probably the last time we spoke, lots of concerns over protectionism, over whether the US is sort of retreating from globalisation.
Well, despite that, I think we have seen an improvement. We've certainly seen an improvement here in Australia. And that's why it's important these forums reassert the importance of trade, reinsert the importance of economic cooperation, and keeping on with the economic reforms that are necessary. I mean, in Australia, we're getting on with our job of our enterprise tax plan, which is taking tax rates down, firstly for small and medium-sized businesses, and we want to see that extended across all businesses. On top of that, we're getting ahead with our infrastructure program, some $75 billion over the next 10 years, and these are all key reasons to invest in where our economy is heading. That's a very similar plan to what the United States has outlined. Last time I was at the G20, that was one of the issues that the Treasury Secretary Mnuchin and I discussed, and so we're keen to see progress on that front there as well as here.